Hello and welcome to this video in which I want to talk about the myth of the runner and chaser situation in twin flame relationships. And well, I can start saying that I've noticed that in many places, twin flame relationships has been described in phases. It happens this and this and this and so on. And that's very understandable because for people who start experiencing such powerful connections and so much is going on, having stages or having phases of the relationship can be very helpful. One thing that it's a little tricky is that many people stay in the phases instead of learning the lessons that need to be really processed so we can really embrace and integrate the essence of the twin flame meeting. Mainly, I wanted to talk about the runner chaser stage that everybody mentions it. Well, most everybody mentions it, and they are connecting it if it's something that occurs only to twin flames. If you let go of the idea of twin flames and just go back, do a recapitulation of your life to your first relationships and so on, you're going to see that the runner chaser happens in every relationship. It's not an exclusive situation for twin flames. Now, there is a difference in terms of the intensity and the capacity to move people in their deeper sides. That's mainly the only difference that we can see from other relationships is that twin flames come here to help us transform and break down all the beliefs that we have created about relationships, about loving relationships. And so they come to touch us and to make us really work on ourselves because the suffering can be very strong and really not fun. And the connection is so intense that that's what we want, and we can become obsessed, and we can believe strongly that that's what I want because it's the only relationship or the only being that has touched me so deeply and it feels like home. And that's also twin flame situations. That's the only difference, the intensity and the strength of the connection. And we it would be wise if we ask why is this situation happening to me? Why am I getting such a deep connection with somebody that is hurting me or is creating so much pain and at the same time so much joy and such mixture of feelings? Because at the soul level, nothing can be more fulfilling than connecting with ourselves. That's where our twin is that part of us which is divided and separated in this dimension. Why am I experiencing this? And instead of just leaving it and getting a little crazy about it and wanting to have everything with that person, is why? What is this situation? What is this relationship bringing into my life? What do I have to learn about this? And there are many lessons that we can extract from the twin flame relationship. And mainly, if we are able to see that it comes to help us break down all the mental structures that we have created about relationships that for most part have been quite dysfunctional and not really healthy. Well, we need to let go of those ideas of what a relationship is and start really experiencing from love, from understanding what love is, because most of us are related to love through desire, through our ego desire of wanting a person, of wanting to be with that person. I understand that many people are so attached to the twin flame. It happened to me too. It's like, I understand that. Yet, there's nothing more fulfilling and liberating than arriving to that place of unconditional love that comes through the experience of the relationship, as much as we work with the situation to grow. If we just leave the situation as a regular relationship, knowing that it's a twin flame relationship, which is so intense, but we don't do the work that we need to do to transform our beliefs, to prepare our mindset for a new way of relating, it's not going to be of that much help. And we're going to want to attach and cling to that experience that is so strong at the inner level. We cannot understand all the telepathic situations going on and the mystical experiences that can come, the rising of the Kundalini and all the awareness that comes through it, and so much that can happen, right? But we need to be a little more objective about our experience of that relationship. It is helpful, as I said before, to have stages developed and how to identify the twin flame and everything. Yet we need to get to that point, because that's what it is about. It's an inner connection, and then therefore it has to be something about the inner world that needs to be understood, because it's not a regular physical attraction. It's a very profound, deep connection that it is difficult to put rational understanding to it. Therefore, if we start understanding that it has to come from the inside, then we need to go inside to really make all the discernment possible to accept whether it is or not a twin flame. Learn to differentiate between all the relationships of the, we can have soulmates, karmic relationships, just attractions, and we can sort of differentiate those types of connections and realize that the twin flame connection is like none other. So since it's so profound and it comes from the inside, it's in the inside that we're going to find the answers. If we start, and I can say, I did all the astrology, I did all the consulting I could, because I was so, like, oh my God, what is going on here? This is so crazy. And well, are we twin flames? Are we? I didn't even know the label twin flame, but to say, oh God, this is driving me nuts. We were connecting at the soul level, because he lives in another country, but so many things that I have expressed in the twin flame story that I have uploaded in the video blog, in our blog awakening.goypaz.com. I have the twin flame story that I divided in like 20 chapters, where I share the process for exactly that, to realize that we are going from totally dormant, sleeping about what this is, and going through all this coming and going of the relationship, all the fights that are going on, and that unableness to let go of it, and wanting to let go and unable to do it, because the inner connection was so strong, and on the process, the awakening of the Kundalini and the awareness that was coming with it, and then until I got the experience of unconditional love, which blew my mind. And I think that's chapter 12 of the twin flame story. Oh God, it was so intense. But when I got to the plateau of that understanding, then it was really amazing to find that inner peace and find the answers inside. The answers are inside. And since it's again such a profound, deep connection that comes from the inside, that's where we need to go in each of us. Each of us needs to go so deep in ourselves to understand the dynamic of the twin flame, to understand what it brings to us. In this world so lacking of love and so lacking of awareness, having this opportunity to break down our beliefs and allow to the energy of the true experience of love come through, it is something that is very needed nowadays. Somehow we are part of a global process of a change in consciousness, and this love needs to anchor. Twin flames doesn't happen to everybody. There are many ways, many paths as to awaken into the depths of love and the depths of inner peace and the depths of our consciousness and our spiritual potential that can bring that level of awareness into this day and age that is so needed. That's one of the reasons we are facing. So use the faces if that's what you must and need, but don't get stuck in the phases of the stages of a relationship, because for each of us it's going to happen in a unique way. And ask yourself, if it's such an inner connection, what about my inner world needs to be understood, awakened, changed, transformed, or whatever? This is giving us an opportunity to learn how to go inside, learn how to find the answers in ourselves. So bear that in mind, please. Bear that in mind. And I invite you to watch the Twin Flame story. I went through amazing, hellish, and profound divine experiences that they were amazing. I can never ever forget what I went through, and I hold it so dear into my life. I'm writing a book in Spanish about it, and you might want to check the blog and subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. Again, it's awakening.goypaz.com, and look since chapter 1 all the way to chapter, I think, 20, 21, I don't remember. But it's quite how we, most of us, live, because the process of one is the process of everybody. In a sense that we all go through the highs and downs, the profound connection, the love, the hate, the wanting to have it, wanting to let go, wanting to be and wanting not to be. That's why the process of one is the process of all, yet each one lives it in a different way. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and look inside. That's all I can say. Just learn how to look inside. This is an inner relationship, an inner connection that like no other. It comes from the inside. It moves us inside so profoundly. Please go inside, look at it, experience it from the inside, and find the answers there. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you can take a look at blog, subscribe to the channel, follow us in our Facebook, which is awakening.goypaz.com as well. Okay, see ya. Take care. Bye bye.